Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer. In this video, I'm going to show you how to change out the sand in your pool filter. Now, this is something that has been sitting for winter, so I already have the tank drained. Luckily, the way mine is set up, it is a flexible hose with a clamp on it. I can easily take that off. Things to consider before you begin: make sure that anything that is plugged in is unplugged. You might need a wet and dry shop vac. You might need a water hose, possibly a drill with either a flathead or Phillips head on it. Okay, so I think this should be pretty straightforward. I'm going to show you how to do it. Here is a close-up shot of the sand that I bought. This is really all they carried at Lighthouse Pools, but it comes in 50-pound bags. Okay, so the main objective is going to be to get this part off right here, and it's going to look a little bit different for everybody watching this video. There's a bolt on this side and one on this side, and I'm just going to remove those, and then this whole apparatus should slip right off. This is how it's put together. There's a bolt with a nut. I'm going to attach these and keep them in my pocket for right now. And then this collar just slips right off like that. This, oh, just lifts right off. So here is a look at the inside. As you can see, there's all the sand, which actually doesn't look as dirty as I thought it might, although there's bugs and a bunch of just junk. I've had this pool, oh, and this looks broken. Great. Well, that's going to be an issue. I can tell right here that this PVC pipe is broken. So I'm going to probably have to replace that. So I'm going to get out the shop vac, and because this is heavy, there's no way I'm going to lift this. So I'm going to get my shop vac and I'm going to sweep out probably a couple loads of this sand, and then get it to where I can actually pick this up without getting a hernia or breaking my back. All right, I've gotten down to the base. These arms basically come up like this. So you need to do this in order to remove it from its spot. Okay, and now that I've gotten the sand out, I do have a very faint smell of like algae. So it probably was time to change this out. I mean, I've had this pool probably at least 7 years. This has been a long day off camera. I had to shop around. I found the PVC pipe. It is glued in there. It was not fun getting that out of there. So I'm also fighting with a water problem in my pool barn. So the portion of this where I told you you're going to need a hose, I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna bring a bucket out, wash it out, and I inspected all of these little arms and they are working. So in order to fit through that hole, obviously they have to be in the up position. So I'm gonna wash this out, put this in. Then the other videos and things I've seen online suggest filling this up with water before you start adding the sand. So that's what I'm gonna do next. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put a little bit, I have some lubricant here. I'm gonna put around the thread of this cap just because the sun beats on it, and then when you go to loosen it, it's like seized on there. So make sure before you start adding water, preferably with a garden hose and not a bucket, that cap is put on, and then make sure that it's facing the way that you want it to, because once the weight starts going in it, you're pretty much done. I'm probably gonna have to get a couple buckets, and then go ahead and take your piece and you're gonna set it in there, and it's very, very important that this is centered. You wanna make sure though that when you're filling the sand that it doesn't go down in this hole. So I'm gonna find something. Let's see, does this work? So here's a shot of the inside. As you can see, those arms are all out. If you needed to, you can individually repair all of those, or you could buy a new piece at this time. So I've placed the shop vac over top of it because it's just perfect. And then I'm going to start off slowly adding the sand, very careful to keep that stem right in the center. really, this would be a good two-person job. So at this point, the sand is keeping it in place, and I'm going to go ahead and get more water in the bucket and dump it in the hole. Okay, so we're coming down the home stretch. The tank is full with the 2 bags of sand with the water, and now I'm just going to go ahead and put the top back on. So that's all there is to redoing the sand. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought. I apologize that I can't show this running. I'm having issues with my water supply, so my pool actually isn't filled up all the way, but I'm just going to bring out my pump and place it and connect it. But that concludes the refilling of the sand part. I hope it was helpful. And if you have any questions, please put them for me in the comments. If you look online, there are all kind of articles that will tell you what size tank and how much sand. I think for me that was probably like the most confusing part. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you'll follow me here and on Instagram and TikTok. As always, I thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.